everyone. Welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone. Gnarlo, good boy. As you see, there are quest actions available. What sort of quest actions? Hobnanigans is still going on. We will go ahead and accept that in order to get it out of the way. And then click on it again. And of course, it's going to give us a map to Hobnanigans, which I think we will probably toss. Yeah, we might keep it. We've still got 3 empty spaces. The other thing going on is Celebrate Spring, the legendary item experience, which won't happen, but we'll get some other experience and a map to the Spring Festival. The Spring Fest is going on with a hedge maze. And I'm trying to remember if this is the one with all the fishing. I can't remember. I'll have to take a look and see. But we'll go ahead and accept that. Ready to advance. Let's go ahead and accept it. Boom. There we go. 6,500 experience points and a map to the Spring Festival. So we will continue on with that. In the meantime, let us turn on our personal lantern here. When we left off, we were talking to Lassie, who had given us the 3 parts of Chapter 3. The favor of endurance, the favor of strength, and the favor of wisdom. We've got to complete all 3 of those. What the devil is going on here? All sorts of weird noises happening. Let's also get a little bit further away from that minstrel trainer over there, because I don't want to sit here and listen to him all the time. Ooh. Listen to the wind and the wolves howl and the music howl. Okay, so we've got the 3 parts: the favor of strength, the favor of endurance, and wisdom. We have to prove all 3 of those for our, see what we got in our Hobbit present today. 120 marks. We have to prove all 3 of those before we can gain favor with the Lossoth people here, and before Lassie will allow us in to speak to the, the king of the Lossoth, the leader of the Lossoth here. So why don't we go and take a look at the favor of endurance. And we need to talk to, is it Cinny? Lassie to speak to Cinny about the task to gain the favor of Ayana. Let's see his history again. Cinny may have a task for you to perform. You may find her on the outskirts of Surikaila. Okay, I think she is, as they say, the outskirts. I believe she will be right back out yonder, just on the other side of the main gateway there, as we head on out. Now, normally I would be dressed up in my snow-covered furs and everything else here. Whenever I was up this way with Glenora, my dwarf, always had one of the cosmetic outfits set up entirely just for hanging out up here in the snowy regions. Anytime I would go to the Misty Mountains, or anytime I was up here in Fortikel, I would wear that outfit. But hey, I am a tough hobbit. Okay, there's one of the guys I bet we have to talk to right there. Let's see if the other one might be right outside. Said on the outskirts. I want to say maybe she's out this way somewhere. There we go. I was thinking she was just outside the main gate here. And sure enough, there she is. Cinny. Cinny is her name. Oh, you are cute. Very cute. I like the pale red hair types.
The waters have frozen early.
So you wish the favor of Uryana, then you must gain his favor, and with that, I can help you. The Lumivaki prize many qualities, but one of the most important is endurance. Often our hunters must survive the cold wilderness with naught but a dull knife and the garb upon their backs. If you can search out Umas, one of my finest trackers, you will gain great favor in the eyes of my people. Go into the wilderness and seek Umas. If you succeed, return here to me. Umas was last seen heading south along the road into Itama. Alright, so we are going to have to find Umas. He was last seen upon the road going south into Itama. As you remember, Itama is down here. That's the settlement down here at the crossroads, far, far to the south. So we are going to follow the road here and see what we can find out. Hope everyone's been having a good one. I know I have. I've had a few days off from work so far. Feeling much better than I was the last time I spoke to y'all and was sick. Not having the stomach problems and all anymore. And been able to get a couple of days of sleep as well. And I've still got 2 more days off from work. Kind of a long week this time around, but of course I got to work the weekend, so that doesn't really help. Okay, find Umas. I'm wondering if I'm trying to remember if coming along here, are you going to find something like a tracks or a guide or something like that. I'm trying to think if you're going to find tracks in the snow. Can't remember exactly. Anywho, like I said, have been having a good time. One of the things that I've done is I went and saw Mad Max finally this week. Went and saw that last Monday. Yeah, yesterday. No, I'm sorry, not Monday. Sunday. Went and saw it Sunday afternoon, 2 days ago. Oh, what a great movie. What a great freaking movie. As Nux in the movie says, oh, what a day. What a lovely day. It was awesome. I'm hoping to go see it again tomorrow with my brother Dwindon. If he can get the time away from work and can find a babysitter for his kid. I am sure that little Dwindon Jr. would love the movie to death, but might be just a little bit too long and loud for him. Okay. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to search around and probably search off the road a bit too here. And keep going until I can find some kind of sign of Umas. And when we find something, we will get back in touch with you. So we will see you then. Hang on. We see somebody that's... Is that Ermas? Is that who we're looking for? I think that's who we're looking for. Isn't that the correct name? Find Ermas. Okay, we've talked to Ermas. Ah, so they are difficult. He didn't have a ring over his head because he isn't going to tell you anything. That's weird as hell. See if he says anything.
What brings you to this place?
You may return to Cini now. You have done well. All right. Whoa, I'm glad I thought. And we were almost back to Itama as well. As they say, because Itama is right there. I mean, he went way on down here close to it. So we have traveled way past the road here. Pull it up just in case you're curious. He is right there. Said we are almost back to Itama. Fortunately, he was along the road. I was beginning to think I was going to have to go up here and start traveling out here in the actual wilderness to try and find him. All right, we are going to travel back to Surikaila now. Talk to Cini. Let her know we have found her scout. And when we get back there, we will perhaps have found the favor of endurance. And we can start working on strength and wisdom. So we will see you when we arrive back to her. In the meantime, just enjoy those beautiful northern lights. Surikaila's coming up on us again. We're gonna weave our way through these polar bears here, the ice shore bears, in between the little bits of water. Say we didn't follow the road this time. We actually cut across kind of the shortcut straight across in between the little pools, making sure we didn't get in them because of the danger of the water. And we are going to dismount, tell Cinny that we found her tracker.
The cold is too great this season.
It takes much endurance and fortitude to survive in the cold wilderness with so little. I grant you the favor of endurance, but it will not alone be enough to gain you the full favor of Iryana. There may be others who require your assistance. Okay, very good. And we gain 700 faction with the Lossoth as well. Now, let's go find Emily. Emily is at the entrance. That's the guy we saw right inside the entranceway there. So we will go around and up. And let's see what he has to tell us. That would be the favor of strength. Yes, the favor of strength. Probably going to have to go fight or kill something. Here is Emily.
The shadows in Angmar have been stirred against us.
You are seeking the favor of the Lumivaki. It is not a trifling matter, for we do not trust many of your kind. If you wish to gain favor with Iryana, you must perform a feat of strength to rival the hunters of the Lumivaki. For a long time, our hunters have sought the snow worm Paksu Karva. Iryana wished to make of its tusk a great horn, but Paksu Karva has eluded our hunters at every turn. Go forth and find Paksu Karva and bring me its tusk, and you will have gained my favor. Only then may you speak with Iryana. The snow worm was last seen among a group of other worms close to the bay. They roam southeast of here. Okay, so now we have to go find the snow worm to the southeast along the bay. Along in that direction that I was scared we were going to have to go out and looking for the, well, not scared, but I was thinking we were going to have to go out looking for that missing ranger. Now the snow worm should be past this area right over here. There's quite a collection of them, but once again, they're kind of tough. But once again, you know, we're at this point, we're level 55. We should be more than capable of taking on the Snow Queen Paksu Karva and gaining its tusk. Here are the various snow worms, frost worms and all. As you see, they are all green and some of them gray to us. I think the one we're looking is in that cave up there, I think. I want to say that's the direction we have to go. Makes it a lot easier when you can weave in and out of all the gray ones here who don't bother you. There she is, and she is gray as well. Wow. I'm gonna wait till she circles back around up here so we'll have as few as possible to take care of. Hopefully she's gonna turn, walk back up this way, and we'll be able to take her on. And perhaps only get that one, possibly that one as an ad. I'm assuming she is gonna come back up this way. As I said, I did go see Mad Max this weekend. What a wonderful movie it was. It was a lot like, think of taking Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. Take it and combine it, kind of mash it together with Thunderdome. And you pretty much have it. You know, you've got the action, you got the balls to the wall action of Road Warrior with the escape from a apocalyptic tyrant. Escape from apocalyptic tyrant part of Thunderdome added to it. Wonderful, wonderful time. Not a movie for everybody, I can tell you. My wife would not have enjoyed it. See, Snowworm Tusk, that's what we were after. Alrighty. So we've collected her tusk. Let us go back and talk to Amelie now. I can certainly understand why it's gotten so many wonderful reviews with all the various people. Why it's got like a 95 plus rating, I think, on Rotten Tomatoes right now, and almost a 5-star, like a 4.9 star rating on IMDb. I mean, it's gotten wonderful reviews. I love how they talk about, how many of the reviews talk about, said that, what one of them say in particular, said that 30 years ago, George Miller showed us how to make a action movie, and Michael Bay and the others have been screwing it up ever since. Said, here we go, we have to have a 70-year-old man come back and show them what they've been doing wrong all this time. Because it truly, truly is wonderful to see the people doing those stunts and know that they are actually doing those stunts, you know? It's like it's not a bunch of CGI, it's not a whole bunch of quick camera edits and shaky cam.
The waters have frozen early.
To cover up the fact that they're not really doing anything. No, it's real stuntmen doing stunts at like 40 miles an hour across the desert. Wonderful movie. I highly recommend it. Alright, you have succeeded in doing what the hunters of the Lumivaki have failed to do, and brought me the tusk of Paxu Karva. I grant you the favor of strength, though it would not be enough alone to gain the favor of Ivana. Let's see, do I actually have the tusk? Let's finish later for a second. I'm going to see if the tusk... Said these are things that used to be in our inventory. Let's see, snowworm tusk. Okay, just as a snowworm tusk. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish it.
The shadows in Angmar have been stirred against us.
There we go. We have completed the favor of strength as well. Now we need to talk to Mari. And they said something about a steam lodge. He is near the steam lodge. It's further into town here. Let's see, steam lodge. Where would that be? Is that up there perhaps? Is that the steam lodge? Let's go see. It's got to be one of these. That looks like the biggest one other than the main tent, so maybe that's the steam lodge. Oh, I see a flaming circle off to our left, a flaming ring. There we go. So that's the steam lodge, is it? Okay. Guess it would be, sitting right here next to the water, so they got the water to create the steam. Jalmari, how are you, my sir? Favor of wisdom.
Greetings, Etelaviras.
In wisdom you have been sent to me, and only with wisdom will you earn the favor of the Lumivaki. Irvana will not speak to you until you have earned the favor of wisdom, which I will confer upon you after you have completed my task. Look next to me. There you will find things of importance to the Lumivaki, things that help us survive in the cold lands. Put these things in the proper order, then return to me. How will you know what the proper order is? Through wisdom, of course. Warmth is of great importance in the frozen land, so fire is a boon companion. Even more important is water, for without water there is no life. Once you have fire and water at your disposal, you have done much. But do not rest yet. You must then have a stout weapon to protect yourself. But first obtain food enough to lend yourself the strength to wield them. But before you obtain any of these necessities, a wanderer in these lands must have clothing warm enough to protect him against the cold when the fire cannot be made and the water cannot be found. So clothing, fire, clothing, water, fire, food, and weapon. Clothing, water, fire, food, and weapon. So where are they at? Alright. So we are looking at clothing. Above all, there we go. Clothing, water, fire, food, and weapons. Not too difficult. Not a bad logic puzzle at all. All you got to do is remember what he tells you. It's not just about as easy as those. Everything I say is a lie, and the other guy that says he's lying. Alrighty, so the favor of wisdom.
May I be of help to you?
You have finished, and what have you learned? Indeed, that is the correct order. You listened with wisdom, so I will confer the favor of wisdom upon you. This alone will not gain you the full favor of Irvana, but is a strong beginning. Okay. Now, let's go talk to Irvana. Looks like we actually have permission to go talk maybe to the man himself now. So we don't have to go see Lossoth anymore, do we? It's not looking that way. Looks like we can bypass him and go straight on into the tent. So in we go. Let's see what the inside of the great tent looks like. Quite impressive. Quite impressive indeed. And they've even got a clothing store. All right. Iriana is at the very top here. If I remember right, there's a provisioner here, a healer, so we got places we can sell. I think there's a banker. Yep, we got a crafting area, workbench. There's your forge over here. There should be probably an oven and all. There's your vault keeper. There may even be a relic and a forge master in here. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was one. Yep, I think we're over here maybe. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one somewhere. There would have to be one in this town somewhere. Perhaps outside, because they wouldn't have you wandering around without a forge and relic master, I wouldn't believe. Although this stuff does date to before Moria, quite a long ways before Moria. So that is possible that they wouldn't have one up here because they figure why would most people be back up this way. But in the meantime, let's go up and let's talk to the elder, Iriana. Such a lovely throne you have there, sir.
From whence came you in this cold winter?
Welcome, Hobbit of the South. You have shown great worth in the eyes of the Lumivaki, and have gained my favor. How may we be of help to you?
I do not think we should waste the day.
All right. Chapter 4, The Hand of Angmar. You have gained the favor of the Lumivaki, but you are not the only one to come seeking our help to find this ring. Why is it so important? No, do not speak of it. I fear it will only bring a black wind upon us. First came the Vani Vaki, Leardan, and then came you, but another awaits an audience with me. He makes powerful claims. Will you go with me to treat with him? You should know the claim he lays upon the ring. However, we will wait until you are prepared. When you are ready, speak to me again. So that is where we will leave it. Next time, we will go and meet our rival, which, as I'm sure, is a Angmar emissary, perhaps even Mordrembor, or one of the others that we have come across, who is looking for the ring. In the meantime, we are going to share a smoke with Iriana. He probably doesn't get very much pipe weed in this way, so we'll introduce him to the pleasures of the pipe. And with that, we're going to bid you adieu. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we will see you next time here in the frozen north. Bye-bye.